So when you do this, you send your article, and then you go, you hold your dog's muzzle gently shut so they don't grab it. You go, here, ooh, smell that. That's what we're going to find. That's finding. Right? Because that at least lets the dog know, hey, don't be surprised when you get out there and there isn't any cheese on it. Otherwise, they're like, a lot of times you'll see them, they smell it and they're like, I don't know, it sort of smells right, but not quite. Now, does it still smell like cheese? Of course, it's had cheese on it for 5 weeks, right? So it's going to smell like cheese, but you want to let them know, right? So that's the first thing you're going to do, right? Then you put your article out. I don't know where it goes on the first one. B, I think, but I could be wrong. Yes. Okay. All right, now when you send your doggy, okay, here, why don't you do it on the top? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get the wrong one.
Okay, so now Betsy's going to send her doggy out, and he gets the wrong one. She's going to let him pick it up and bring it back, and then she's going to take it out of his mouth, hold his nose, and tell him, that's not it. Then she's going to put it where it was. She's going to take the dog to it, gently holding their muzzle shut,
That's it.
and let them sniff it for a second and say, that's not the right one. And then bring them to another wrong one and say, look, that's not the right one either. Then you bring them to the right one, still holding their muzzle shut. That's it, that's the right one. Get it, release their muzzle, let them pick it up. Yay, good for you.
If you let go of their muzzle, they will grab every article that's in front of them.
Especially if you have a good retrieve correction, because they're going to think you want them to retrieve it.
Everything.
You want them to smell it. Okay? Go slowly, go calmly. Right? You don't go, ah! You go very quietly, like Betsy did in the pile. Smell that. That's not it. Think of it, you're not correcting the dog, you're explaining to the dog what he did wrong. Okay? If you just ignore it, send him out again, he has no idea. Why was that one wasn't good? Well, maybe we'll try this one. Okay? Don't let your dog guess. That's just not helpful. It's stressful, right? It's not helpful. Okay? Don't tell them they're wrong as soon as they start sniffing it or picking it up, because then they're always going to go, this one? No? Yes? No? All right? You need your dog to make a decision.
But
right?
do say, as soon as he gets to it,
To the right one.
good fine. As soon
Right.
as they get to it.
Right? Especially the first time. Because again, the first time they come to that one without the cheese, they're going to sniff it and they're going to pause, but they're not going to be sure. So if they sniff it and you go, good, that's it, get it, they're like, oh, okay, thank you. All right, now I know which one it is. Okay? Now,
It's okay at this level to be able to tell them that they're right because they've just come off the cheese.
okay.
Drop that when they're on the mat and we
Right,
no longer
yeah.
get far out, which is
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Right, yeah, we'll go over that when we get to that part. But for now, they're getting a lot of positive feedback. We're just not going to give them any negative feedback in the file. Okay? Positive feedback only. Okay, now, if you have a dog that absolutely freaks out when you try to bring them to the article, right, then you can bring the article to the dog. It's not as effective, though, I will say. Right, so you can say, smell that, that's not it. Smell that, that's not it. Smell that, that's it. Get it, yay! Okay, so, but it's, if you just think of it in your head, so it always makes sense to me because I like to do scent work with a lot of odd things, right? All my Westminster routines had that, right? I just have always taught it. I remember with my very first UD dog, Betsy and I, a couple of our students, went to a doggy pageant show that they had at the local mall. Needless to say, we kicked everyone's ass then. Right? All the places.
All those tricks.
Right? Because our dogs actually stayed, they did tricks, and my big trick